All right, good evening and welcome to the 5 p.m. Tulsa City Council meeting. You can view this meeting on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, Cox Channel 24, or at TGov Online. Assisting the council tonight are Jack Blair, our city attorney, Lori Doring, our secretary to the council, and Catherine on council staff. If you wish to speak on an agenda item, please see Catherine to complete a request to speak card prior to that item being read. You will not be allowed to speak on any item that has already been read. Please join us for pledging the allegiance to our flag of our country and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. All right, we have our April Years of Service proclamations. All right, good evening. The Tulsa City Council has an incredible team of over 3,500 public servants dedicated to making all aspects of the city government run smoothly. Each month, the City Council is pleased to recognize some of these exceptional public servants who have committed decades of their lives in their career with the city. So everyone tonight will be receiving a proclamation. They all read, whereas these employees have dedicated years of service to the city of Tulsa, its officials, and its citizens, and therefore we, Mayor Monroe Nichols, and the Tulsa City Council do hereby express our sincerest appreciation for these employees' years of hard work, dedication, and continued service to the city of Tulsa and its citizens. So all of them read that. The only thing different on them, it will be the names, of course. So. Let's see, Douglas Carner. We are so grateful for the cheerleading group that we have tonight, and thank you, Chief, for your service. We're going to do a picture. All right, Joshua Gibson for 25 years of service. Joshua Gibson.
Yeah, what department?
Tulsa Fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's he?
Is okay. All right, we will hold on to that one. You must be putting fires out for sure. All right, our next one is Timothy Ingram from Fire for 25 years of service. They're the best. We would not be able to do this without you all, so thank you.
Don't expect another check.
All right, Timothy Robinson, fire for 25 years also. Appreciate you.
It's been my privilege.
All right, Michelle Piper, finance for 20 years of service. Thank you very much.
Used to see you in the elevator all the time.
All right, Melanie Brickman, human. You're the next contestant. Human resources for 20 years. Thank you.
I just need the t-shirt. Thank you.
All right, come on down. You're the next.
You bet.
I love these proclamations. All right, many employees who are receiving their Years of Service Award this month could not be here tonight. We would also like to acknowledge their contributions to the city. Let's see, for 35 years of service, Stephen Sanders with the Police Department. Anita Robbins, for 30 years, Police Department. Jamie Ranson, Water and Sewer. 25 years of service, Billy Searcy, Parks and Rec. Dion Anderson, Joseph Carlisle, Nathan Carter, Jason Dyer, Kenneth Feeler, Jeffrey Fry, Kevin Fry, Thomas Gillespie, Aaron Goins, Michael Krebs, Clayton Mars, Galen Murphy, Rasham Revels, Jerry Sividon, and Michael Velasquez, and Abram Williams, all from the fire department. 20 years of service, Kyle James, Michael B. Wallace, both from asset management, Tom Gangars from police, Casey Davidson, water and sewer. Yeah, thank you so much to all of you for your service to the city of Tulsa. All right, here we go. Announcements, just in the event of inclement weather, we will shelter in place here in the council chambers. People wishing to speak on an agenda item are limited to 5 minutes total per meeting. Public input is a time for members of the public to provide insight on the agenda item. Due to the meeting format, public input is not a time for question and answer period. All comments should be relevant to the agenda item and directed to the council. We are using an electric timing system. In front of the speakers at the microphone, there is a timer that will count down the time used. A green light will indicate your time is running. A yellow light will come on when you have 30 seconds remaining in your allotted time, and the blinking red light will be shown when your time has concluded. We ask that you stay within your time limit so everyone wishing to speak is given equal time. Please keep the podium area, railings, and aisles free from recording devices and tripods. Recording equipment and accessories, including tripods, must be set up in the media center. As posted on tonight's agenda, certain items are subject to consideration and possible approval, adoption, denial, amendment, or revision. I call this meeting to order. Lori, please call the roll.
Counselor Hall Harper.
Here.
Counselor Archie.
Here.
Counselor Dutton.
Here.
Counselor Bellis.
Here.
Counselor Gilbert.
Here.
Counselor Bengal.
Here.
Counselor Dr. Wright.
Here.
Counselor Lakin.
Here.
All right. Item 1, receipt and filing of minutes. 1A, minutes of regular meeting held at 4 p.m. on March 11th, 2026. B, minutes of regular meeting held at 5 p.m. on same day, March 11th, 2026. And C, minutes of regular meeting held at 4 p.m. on March 25th, 2026. D, minutes of regular meeting held at 5 p.m. on March 25th, 2026. Do we have any speakers?
We do not.
All right. Is there any council discussion?
I move to approve items 1A through D.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin.
Yes.
Counselor Hall Harper.
Yes.
Counselor Archie.
Yes.
Counselor Dutton.
Yes.
Counselor Bellis.
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert.
Yes.
Counselor Bengal.
Yes.
Counselor Dr. Wright.
Yes.
All right. Items 1A through 1D are approved. 2, appointments and reappointments. 2A, Lacey Richards, appointment to the Route 66 Commission. B, Shane Hood, reappointment to the Tulsa Metropolitan Area Planning Commission. C, Obam Akabam, reappointment to the Tulsa Arts Commission. Do we have any speakers?
We have one speaker, Mr. John Huffines.
Peace, yes, peace. I am thankful for our honorable leaders, the Honorable Council Chair, Karen Gilbert, the Honorable Vice Chair, Christian Bingle, Honorable Counselors, staff, team, and security. We are thankful to the citizens of this great city of love, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is a joy to be with you on this 15th day of April in the year of our loving Lord Jesus Christ, 2026. Yes. Appointments and reappointments. A, Lacey Richards, appointment to the Route 66 Commission. B, Shane Hood, reappointment to the Tulsa Metropolitan Area Planning Commission. And C, Obam Akabam, reappointment to the Tulsa Arts Commission. Holy Spirit, you are welcome in the Tulsa Arts Commission and all our boards and commissions. Thank you, family.
Thank you, Mr. Huffines. Any other speakers, Catherine?
None.
Okay. Is there council discussion?
Move approval of items 2A through C.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin.
Yes.
Counselor Hall Harper.
Yes.
Counselor Archie.
Yes.
Counselor Dutton.
Yes.
Counselor Bellis.
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert.
Yes.
Counselor Bengal.
Yes.
Okay. Items 2A through 2C are approved. Any commissioners here tonight? I don't see any. Okay. All right. Item number 3, public hearings. We have no items this week. 4 mayor's items. Report 4A, report from the mayor or his designee on community events, briefing on city activities, city efforts, and new business. Anybody here from the mayor's office? Okay. The remaining items 4B through 4P will not be read aloud. However, public comments will be received on these items. Do we have any speakers from 4B through 4P?
Yes. The first speaker is Mr. John Huffines for items 4, C, F, G, H, J, L, and finally M.
Thank you, counselors.
We'll do it separate.
Agenda item 4C, water line easement donation. May we have water lines of God's love, God's word flowing into our public schools and Tulsa government. Agenda item 4F, a travel donation from Ignite for Adrian Stoops to travel to Stockbridge, Georgia to attend the second annual Ignite Women's Conference. I'm grateful for our fire department and its fire chief, Mr. Mike Baker. This honorable man, Chief Baker, is scheduled to speak at the Brookside Neighborhood Association meeting in August. Grateful. May leaders, female and male, listen to Holy Spirit, the leader, and lead with boldness, confidence, courage, and compassion. Agenda item 4G, a travel donation from the Tulsa Police Foundation for Officer Tyler Thomas to travel to Dallas, Texas to attend the 2026 International Co-Responder Alliance. May our Tulsa police continue to serve with diligence as they love people, honor authority, and do their job. Almighty God, we invoke your guidance. Agenda item H, a travel donation from the Tulsa Police Foundation for Captain Malcolm Williams to travel to Dallas, Texas to attend the 2026 International ICRA Annual Conference. I'm grateful for our police department. And it's a good idea to continue to support them as they help keep order and peace. J, a travel donation from the Tulsa Police Foundation. I'm grateful for our excellent Tulsa police force. When we see or hear them or any of our first responders' vehicles along the side of the road or anywhere, may we pray or speak peace into their situation and pray for wisdom for every decision maker. Their actions are influenced by our prayers, and there is a whole lot of good that's being exemplified by our police. And we're grateful. Agenda item L, spreading hope. Back to School Bash for Children brings a beautiful message into our city. Hope for young people as they step into a new school year. Events like this remind us that when neighbors come together, encouragement grows and families are strengthened. Scripture speaks of every good and generous gift flowing from the Lord, and gatherings like this express this goodness through service, kindness, and generosity toward children. I appreciate the organizers and volunteers who are investing in Tulsa's young people. May this event bring joy, unity, and fresh encouragement to many families across our community. While gathered, we might like to put a good book of hope in their hands, the good book, the Holy Bible. And finally, agenda item 4M, a special event application, St. Toribio Kerms, scheduled for May 24th, 2026, sponsored by St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church and School. This March, this procession celebrates faith and family. Gatherings like this bring people together in joy while honoring Jesus Christ, the Son of God, thereby strengthening the fabric of our city. Moments like these also remind us the value of honoring heritage and spiritual roots. In this spirit, I speak appreciation for the nation of Israel, a land rich in history, faith, and enduring promise. Israel continues to be a place where innovation, resilience, and deep spiritual heritage come together to bring blessing far beyond its borders. As we celebrate faith-centered gatherings here in Tulsa, we also extend goodwill and honor toward Israel and the Jewish people worldwide. May we continue to be a community that lifts up unity, celebrates heritage, and speaks words that encourage and brings the light of Christ. Thank you, counselors, for always doing your best to help Tulsa be her best.
Thank you, Mr. Huffines. Any other speakers?
The next speaker is Heather Nash for item 4Q.
We haven't read that one yet. This is items 4B through 4P right now.
We have Mr. James Alexander for item 4E.
Okay. Okay.
Bernice Alexander for item 4E.
All right. Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Is there council discussion for items 4B through 4P?
Move to approve items 4B through 4P with the emergency clause on 4B.
Second.
Lori, please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin. Counselor Hall Harper. Counselor Archie.
Yes.
Counselor Dutton.
Yes.
Counselor Bellis.
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert,
Yes.
Counselor Bengal,
Yes.
Counselor Dr. Wright,
Yes.
Okay, items 4B through 4P are approved with the emergency clause on 4B. Next item is 4Q. Do we have any speakers?
Yes, the first speaker is Heather Nash.
I don't need to read it because it's a mayor's action, a mayor's item. How many speakers do we have on this, Catherine?
1, 2, 8 speakers.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are they all for, I mean, are they split between for and against?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the split?
Please give me a minute. There's 4 for, 2 against, and then 2 that did not specify.
Okay, all right. Yeah, 5 minutes each, since, yep, okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm Heather Nash, and I'm here about the sale of Rudisill. So I'm going to just start by reading the conflicts of interest in the Section 7 in the Ethics Handbook of the city. No city official shall have a direct or indirect financial, personal, or organizational interest in conflicts or appears to conflict with his or her city duties, employment, responsibilities, or conscientious performance to those duties or employment. No city official shall directly or indirectly engage in any financial transactions as a result or primarily relying upon information not available to the general public obtained through his or her city affiliation. No city official shall improperly use such information to further any private interest or profit to himself or herself, family members, or personal friends. If a city official believes that he or she may have conflict of interest, they shall disclose the conflict to an appropriate manager, supervisor, or appointing authority, or file a written disclosure to the city clerk. I just want to make sure, I know you guys can't answer questions, but who is the person that she's the answer to? That's what we want to find out. And I'm asking you all to delay voting on this until we get this whole thing solved. But we want to make sure that there were no conflict of interest, which we truly believe there is. She is the founder of Black Wall Street Chamber. Under that sits the Power Group. We have video of her talking about asking for funds. We have her as the founder of the Black Wall Street Chamber. If that is not conflict of interest, then tell me what it ain't. We need, if the law says, and I saw a little bit of a loophole, if the law says that she does not have to do a written, she could go to him and say, I'm doing this, but not state it to the public. We want the proof that that happened. We need it. And if not, we need to change the city codes because they are a protection to you all, but not to the people. We need to know that. Not only just that, I do again request that you all delay this vote until we can figure out this conflict of interest. That is important because I don't want any city councilor, her or any of you all, getting property without notifying the public first. This is not about whether the library did the proper thing when y'all had that meeting this morning. This is about conflict of interest. If we did something that was a conflict of interest in the public and we owed it to you, I'm sure you'd be asking for it. Please delay this vote.
Thank you. Next speaker?
Next speaker is Darnell Blackman, 4Q.
Good afternoon. Can you all hear me okay? Awesome. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Darnell Blackman, And I am the chairman of the board of Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Power Group. And I am in favor of the purchase of Rudisill Library. The reason I'm in favor of it is I think it's needed. Not only is it needed, it was done properly. The Open Records Act was followed. It was published. I think when it is published, it is on the onus of those who are looking for the publication to find it. It shouldn't have to be sent to everyone, but it was made public. And when it's made public, it's the onus of us to go out and make sure that we've looked at it. And once we have, if we'd like to bid on it, then we can. And if you don't bid on it, then you can't complain that you did not win the bid. So it is up to us as public citizens to follow the record and then do our due diligence to look for it. And once that's done, I think that actually eliminates the conflict of how it was done. In terms of it being purchased by a city councilor, it's actually purchased by a group that has a governing board. And that governing board met, they vetted this properly, they followed the proper procedure, they placed the bid, and the bid was won, and this should carry forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Christy Williams.
Good evening, counselors.
Good evening.
Well, my name is Christy Williams, and I am a proud member of the Power Group, the founding board member of the Black Wall Street Chamber and the Power Group. And I'm also deeply invested in the future of North Tulsa and Greenwood. And I understand there's been a lot of concerns raised about this process, and a lot of misinformation as well, a lot of misinformation. And I want to be clear that transparency and accountability, it matters to me just as much as it matters to anyone in this room. But we also have to be honest. When the proper process is followed and is still called into question, we have to ask, is this really about the process, or is this really about the people involved? Because the people who are bringing up the misinformation and the confusion, these are the same group of people who voted against the grocery store in North Tulsa, and it's election time. And it's the same people who always campaign to tear down Vanessa Harper, our counselor. It's election time, and it's really what a lot of this is centered around. But because you don't get to reject the rules just because you don't like the person. And the recusal happened. That's part of the transparency. The legal and ethical safeguards were followed. And at some point, we just got to call it what it is. But what should matter most is that what is going to happen with the building, with Rudisill, and who is committed to using it in a way that benefits the community. Councilor Harper has mentioned in the Tulsa World when during the ground opening of the new library that she would like to see something happen to the Rudisill, and talked about that. I don't know why people missed that part. But the Power Group is rooted in this community. And this isn't about outside speculation. This is about local investment, local leadership, and creating something that serves the people right here in North Tulsa. And we can't keep saying we want development in our community, but then resist it when it comes from within. This decision should not be based on personalities or politics. It should be based on process, which was followed, and potential, which is right in front of us. And I stand in support of this purchase because I believe in community-led solutions, and I believe in moving forward and not staying stuck. And so I ask that you all would vote to surplus this library. It's not city property, as you all know, but I just hope that you all go ahead and vote in favor of the Rudisill, the purchase of the Rudisill. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Matisse Mason.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Matisse Mason, and I am here in favor of 4Q, of the purchase of the Rudisill Library. I stand before you today with both gratitude and hope. hope rooted in a powerful opportunity that North Tulsa has right now. The opportunity to circumvent gentrification and instead build a model of community-led revitalization. For far too long, redevelopment in historically black communities have meant displacement. But today we are seeing a different path emerge. One where people who have invested their lives into the community are not pushed out, but brought in. One act that stands out in today's discussion is the purchase of the Rudisill Regional Library by the Power Group. I cannot overstate how significant this moment is. I was exhilarated to learn that the community-centered building would remain in the community, for the community, and purchased by the community, period. This is not just a transaction, this is a testament. It is a testament to the legacy of those who came before us, the architects of the civil rights movement right here in North Tulsa, the educators, the legislators, the advocates, the city leaders, the everyday citizens who organized, protested, taught, and sacrificed so that we could have moments just like this. Their work did not end in history books. It is culminated in this moment. An organization that is actually invested in the economic empowerment of North Tulsa has been able to fairly and freely acquire a vital community asset through a closed bid process. That matters. It elevates hope. It restores faith, and it sends a clear message that collaboration between the community, the city of Tulsa, the city-county library systems is not only possible, but powerful. This is what it looks like when a community is allowed to take an active role in shaping its own future. This is how we begin to disband the patterns of gentrification, not through exclusion, but through intentional inclusion. North Tulsa is growing, and with that growth comes responsibility. Now, I do want to acknowledge the support of the City of Tulsa, the City Council, and many organizations working every day to fortify this community. Your partnership has made moves like this possible, and we need more of it. Now, I also understand that sometimes change is not always comfortable. Progress is often met with discourse, but we must be willing to rise above the disagreements to do what is right for the people that we serve. This moment reminds me of the tension that was always existed between generations in movements for progress. It brings to mind when Jesse Jackson, who at times challenged even the movements he was a part of, just as he later expressed frustration during the rise of Barack Obama. And even before that, there was moments of tension within the Southern Christian Leadership Conference during the leadership of Dr. Martin Luther King. This is not new. When younger voices push forward towards progress, sometimes the elders push back, not in opposition, but out of the desire to protect what they have built. And to our elders, I say this with deep respect, please guide us, show the next generation the way forward. Help us to preserve the legacy, not unintentionally dismantle it, because what we are building right now in North Tulsa is not just development, it is continuity. It is ownership. It is equity in action. Let this moment be the standard, not the exception. Let this be the blueprint for how Tulsa grows with its people, not around them. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Francetta Mays.
Good evening.
Good evening to the honorable counselors. I stand before you today not just as a speaker, but also as a voice for the community that's ready. Greenwood is not dead. Greenwood is alive. It's moving, it's shifting, and it's stepping into a season of opportunity. I'm also the associate pastor of the historic Vernon AME Church on Greenwood. Not a resident of Tulsa, been here over 30 years. In 2022, I ran for the city council position. Why? Because I saw vacant buildings. I saw dilapidated neighborhoods. I saw a need for there to be structure and order in this community. But hear me clearly, what we do right now will determine whether that opportunity lives or dies at the table. Because when I look at Greenwood, I don't just see empty buildings. I don't just see vacant land. I see vision. I see families. I see jobs. I see people that need to have the opportunity to rise again. And we're attempting to do that. And today, this is not just about 1.4 million. It's about division. This is about whether we choose vision or we get stuck in distractions. Because somehow the conversation shifted from purpose to ownership, from opportunity to speculation. But let me ask the question plainly. If this had gone out of state to developers, would we be here fighting this hard right now? Or would it have already passed? I made a commitment to not just run for office, but to continue the work, to bridge the gap, to bring understanding, to help move this community forward. My senior pastor, Keith R. Mays Sr., and myself, we've had meetings at our church trying to bring leaders in the community together to have simple dialogue, to be able to dot the T's and, cross the T's and dot the I's. But we're still here. And now I stand here asking you to do the same. As we're coming together and we're bringing this dialogue before you today, because Greenwood deserves better. It deserves thoughtful development. It does deserve accountability. It deserves people who are invested, not just financially, but personally, with a desire to bridge the gap within our own community. This is a very defining moment for us. There are many places within the Greenwood area, within the Greenwood district, that's still undeveloped, that still have vacancies in office buildings that's dilapidated. We want to make sure that we start the wheels in motion and form an ecosystem. This is, again, I say, a defining moment, not for headlines, not for social media, but for legacy. Our legacy. Because real leadership is not online. Real leadership is right here in this room, in this decision. So I do say to you today, stand on integrity, stand on truth, stand on the evidence, but most importantly, stand with the people that are desiring the change. And with change, there will be a climate of people that will be upset regarding the change. And I ask today for those very people to be willing to sit down at the table, not on social media, but in a common place so that we can work out the differences and be able to cross the T's and dot the I's. I'm asking today that you do approve this sale. I'm asking that you support this project, and I'm asking that you help us to bring the Greenwood area forward. I appreciate your time, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
James Alexander.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am James Alexander, and I'm here to represent myself and myself only because I don't think anybody will stand with me, and I don't give a darn. Hey, it's time for Tulsa to FAFO and get the stuff right. Now, this process, it was done incorrectly because this area is funded and it was set up by the federal government in 1959. You hear that? And money has been coming for that area since 1969. Do you hear that? And it shouldn't look like it's looking now. There's a divide, and the divide is between black people. That's the divide. I'm here on one side. I have been fighting for this area for over 30 years. Nobody has come to my rescue. They have torn down 3 of my houses. Nobody's come down to my rescue. I don't need anybody. But what I need is for the money that belongs in this area to come to that area. And the city council is one of the ones that's playing with that money. As you look, even with her, there's all the messes going on with it now, it hasn't changed. Some stuff has changed, but if things like, I got a memo from finance department. And at that time, I can't remember when it was sent to me, but they had changed it, the area for the money. Now it's going to 3 or 4 different so-called areas that's depressed. That money is for North Tulsa and North Tulsa only. And it's for black people. Indians get the same kind of money. You're not messing with their money. Leave our money alone.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Bernice Alexander.
I'm going to speak in silence. Tell me when my time is up.
She started. Go ahead. It's silence.
time's concluded. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said your time's concluded.
Thank you.
Next speaker.
Our final speaker is Jennifer Harmon.
My name is Jennifer Harmon. I'm from Council District 9. I'm a native Tulsan, and I know that at least 3 of you are aware that I'm a very process-oriented kind of person, and so when I come down from the bleachers and I come here to speak before the council, I've usually seen something that doesn't seem right, or I've done my homework, and I'm just here from the public, as a member of the public that you serve, and I'm asking for some kind of either clarification or some kind of guidance, or I'm asking you for us to think about something a certain way. I didn't vote against the grocery store. I still think it's a great thing. This is not my first time dealing with this kind of issue, and it has to do with disclosure in ethics. And I do, and we've spoken about this before, Councilor Lakin, while I do appreciate some of the changes that have been amended in the 2024 ethics policy, there appears to be one that was a problem before, and it's still there today. And as I understand it, if somebody who is an elected official wants to, with their other organization, put in a bid, make an offer for a city surplus property, that a direct conflict exists, and I heard that stated today, and if that direct conflict exists, the thing to do to be above board is to put it in writing and submit it to your city attorney, I guess, or not, but that not submitting it and having an undisclosed direct conflict, and then going through the action, and then on the end around, then recusing from the vote, that's, according to different state laws and even part of our policy, even though it's still very general, is a problem. And so I'm only here speaking about make it above board. What do we do to make it above board? There is someone who spoke here earlier who I happen to think is rather gifted in the things that she is doing with books and kids and history, and I can't think of a better person to possess a library building for her endeavors, as long as it's done above board. And so I understand that the TCCL, they did what they were supposed to do, and they published it in the paper. They did the surplus, and they made it to where it was open to the public, and so that meant everybody. And so if that included somebody who was an elected official, then it would be incumbent upon that elected official to follow the ethics policy, which is to disclose, I think it says in writing, something about a direct conflict of interest. It doesn't say in there that they can stop by or anything like that. So what I have that I requested is that there is nothing in writing between October and present about any kind of recusal or disclosures about who put the offer in and who was involved. And so when I get that back in return from the city, then naturally I just want to question and make sure I come here and say, wait a minute, if it's not above board, then how can we approve it, or how do we make it above board so that we can approve it? And so it's not personal for me. It's just about doing the thing that the public wants you to do, so that the public that you serve can say, you know what, we have the great city council. They work, they listen to everybody. They don't just endorse things for their allies. This isn't the first time I have been through this rodeo with this very same situation, and I don't know why it doesn't say in our ethics policy now when written disclosures of direct conflicts are supposed to be done, but I do know that there is a state statute that says if you don't do it and you get into a deal with an undisclosed direct conflict, that could maybe void the whole deal. So why wouldn't I, as a process person, why wouldn't I come here and bring that to everyone's attention? That's what I'm here to do. And so my time is up, and thank you for letting me bring that up.
Thank you. All right, is there council discussion? Yeah, Councilor Dr. Wright, then Councilor Bellis. Did you?
I'll go first. Thank you, Chair Gilbert. Thank you to everyone who's emailed or come today to speak. I appreciate people engaging civically and respectfully. So I just want to go over a couple things because we did visit with the attorneys on this transaction from the Tulsa City County Library and our own city attorney in our Public Works meeting at 2:30 this afternoon, which I chaired. So we confirmed today in that meeting that TCCL, the Tulsa County Library Commission, followed the proper procedures and policies when they decided to surplus the Rudisill Library in September of 2025. They conducted an independent valuation. They published notice in the Tulsa World on October 24th and 26th, 2025, and also posted on their website between October 20th and November 4th, 2025. For a bidding process. Sealed bids were received, and they were opened by the Physical Facilities Committee of the TCCL on November 10th. They accepted the bid that they received, and they awarded the contract to the Power Group, which we heard Dr. Blackman from the Power Group speak today. We also got confirmation that the new Rudisill Library is being built at 1017 North Greenwood Avenue and scheduled to open in October 2026. And I and some of my colleagues actually physically drove by today to check on the progress of that. So a library will still, a public library will still be in Greenwood, on Greenwood, and the longtime place of people coming together, including those of us who participate in town hall meetings and different community meetings at Rudisill, will still have a place to go on the former site. We also discussed the concerns related to compliance with our ethics ordinance, Title 12, Chapter 6, expressed by some of the citizens, and we discussed that today with the city attorney. And I just want to let everyone know that our ethics handbook is downloadable from the City of Tulsa website, and we do file, by state law, financial disclosure statements for elected officials every year. They're due by May 15th, and anyone can obtain an open records request to see any of our disclosures. So those are filed annually by law. And for anyone who has an ethics complaint about any City of Tulsa official, you can submit those complaints to be reviewed through the appropriate channels, whether it's online at Tulsa 311 or by calling. There's also a confidential hotline for fraud, waste, and abuse, 844-892-3191. So I just want to make sure everyone has all the same information, because I know it's really easy to react when we see something as we're scrolling through. And unfortunately, in this political climate, that happens far too often. So I do appreciate that people who had questions, concerns, or complaints used the proper way to conduct themselves, speaking with us today and emailing us. I do appreciate that. It's unfortunate that when disinformation is spread so rapidly, it's hard to get the information. So for those of you who have accurate facts and information, please take time to share it widely, because unfortunately the fear and the anger that riles up in people through social media spreads much faster than facts and calm, considerate understanding of what's going on. So I hope I was able to share that. I gleaned that through it coming on our agenda and reaching out and asking for more information, and then our colleagues engaged in a very thoughtful dialogue this afternoon. So I'm planning to support this surplus. That's what we're voting on. The rest of the concerns that have been raised, there's various channels to express those. That's not what we're voting on here today. So I'd like to hear what my other colleagues have to say on it.
Councilor Bellis.
Yeah, and just as one other clarifying piece, and then just a double checking question, right? This isn't city property that we're surplusing. This is property of the Tulsa City County Library System.
Library, which
Yes.
is manned by the state.
Yep. Okay. And then the other thing is, and this is just an observational one, is Councillor Hall Harper sitting voting right now, or has she recused herself? I'm just okay, physically observable that she is not here and has recused, which is an ethical thing to do. And many of us do that at times out of even an abundance of caution when there's even a potential appearance of conflict, even when there isn't one. And so I do just want to verbalize that that's a normal thing to do. It doesn't show any specific, conspiratorial nature. It's just a normal thing to recuse yourself. This is a city and we all have different interwoven lives, and there are moments where sometimes, on rare occasion, you need to step out of the room, and we've each done that. So I just wanted to highlight that she is not sitting here voting right now, and so, no need to impugn her character on that matter. Thank you.
Councilor Denton.
Yeah, I also thank you for the comments, Councilor Dr. Wright and Councilor Bellis. So there are lots of situations in which councilors are on boards of 501c3s. It's a very normal thing to be on a board. And the fact that we have a counselor in question that is on a board does not make the transaction that's happening a self-profiting transaction. And so I'm concerned at the idea and the thought that this is going to be for her sole purpose and her self-serving. And I think through the meeting this afternoon, it was pretty detailed that this is not city surplus property and that it is Tulsa County Library property, and that all the channels to make sure that this was proper and ethical have been followed. And I just want to reiterate that to the public. And thank you for everybody that sent emails and have come up to comment tonight.
Anybody else?
I'd like to move to approve item 4Q.
Second.
Lori, please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin?
Yes.
Counselor Archie?
Yes.
Counselor Dutton?
Yes.
Counselor Bellis?
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert?
Yes.
Counselor Bengal?
Yes.
Counselor Dr. Wright?
Yes.
Okay. Item 4Q is approved. Now we will do 4R, which was added as an addendum. Do we have any speakers on R?
There are no speakers.
Is there council discussion?
Move to approve item 4R.
Second.
Lori, please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin?
Yes.
Counselor Hall Harper?
Yes.
Counselor Archie?
Yes.
Counselor Dutton?
Yes.
Counselor Bellis?
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert?
Yes.
Counselor Bengal?
Yes.
Counselor Dr. Wright?
Yes.
All right, item 4R is approved. 5, authorities, boards, and commissions. 5A, final plat of QT 0018, consisting of 1 lot 1 block on 3.3 acres located at the southwest corner of South 33rd West Avenue and West 45th Street South. B, rezoning application CO22, a proposed corridor development plan for property located south of the southwest corner of East 63rd Street and South 105th East Avenue. C, rezoning application Z7849 from IL to CS for property located north of the northeast corner of East Apache Street and North Columbia Avenue. D, rezoning application MPD 8 from RS3 to MPD 8 for multiple properties bound by West 22nd Street, South Main Street, West Woodward Boulevard, and South Riverside Drive. C, resolution number 2956-1079, from the Tulsa Metropolitan Area Planning Commission pursuant to Title 19 Oklahoma Statute Section 863.7, amending the Tulsa Comprehensive Plan by adopting an amendment, CP 127, changing the land use designation from neighborhood to multi-use on approximately 3.3 acres bounded by West 22nd Street and South Main Street, West Woodward Boulevard, and South Riverside Drive. Do we have any speakers?
There are no speakers, but the applicant for 5D is here if there are any questions for him.
Anybody have any questions? Council discussion?
Oh, just as one small thing, and this was just because we didn't have this for the, to add into the development plan on time for the backup materials. I'm requesting when we make the motion that we add a small amendment to the development plan, and this is from the applicant, so there's always the opportunity if the applicant's like, no, let us know now, which is to add in a prohibition of dynamic displays within the development plan. And I just want to give that context to my colleagues. That's something that the applicant had voiced wanting to add in. I'm sure the neighbors would appreciate that too. And so just need to add that into the language when we move to approve.
A friendly amendment?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for the motion?
Council discussion?
Move to approve items 5A through 5E with 5D as amended to add a prohibition of dynamic display signs in the development plan.
Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Counselor
Yes.
Bacon? Counselor Hall Harper?
Yes.
Counselor Archie?
Yes.
Counselor Dutton?
Yes.
Counselor Bellis?
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert?
Yes.
Counselor Bengal?
Yes.
Counselor Dr. Wright?
Yes.
All right, I don't know what's going on up here, but it must be the weather. So. 6 ordinances, first reading. We have no items this week. 7 ordinances, second reading. 6A, ordinance amending the Tulsa Revised Ordinances Title 6, Finance Department, Chapter 6, Revenue Collection to include a new section, 607, cash transaction, rounding, allowing for rounding to the nearest 5 cent in cash transactions in light of the recent retirement of the penny by the federal government. That's so sad. Bye-bye, penny. B, rezoning ordinance Z7848 from CS to RM2 for property located west of the southwest corner of Charles Page Boulevard and South 49th West Avenue. C, ordinance amending Tulsa Revised Ordinances Title 35, Infrastructure Development, Chapter 2, Infrastructure Development Permits, Section 202, Contracts, Bounds, and Insurance, subsection B3B, Contractors' Annual Construction Contract, Bounds, and Insurance to eliminate the requirement of a waiver, subrogate endorsement on owner's productive liability policy to clarify the requirement of written notice of cancellation of non-payment premium. Blah. D, ordinance amending the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget to make supplemental appropriations of $2,500,000 recognized by the unappropriated fund balance within the sales tax redevelopment loan repayments fund. E, ordinance amending the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget to make supplemental appropriations of $967,713 recognized from unappropriated fund balance within the general fund. F, ordinance amending the Tulsa Revised Ordinance Title 5 Boards, Commissions, and Committees, Chapter 5, Greater Tulsa Area Indian Affairs Commission, recognizing for readability, restructuring commission appointees and terms, providing for tribal delegates from the Muskogee Creek Nation and the Cherokee Nation and the Osage Nation, providing that the City of Tulsa Director of Tribal Policy and Partnership or similar position in the absence thereof shall be an ex officio non-voting member from the commission. Do we have any speakers?
There are no speakers.
Council discussion?
Move to approve items 7A through 7F, with 7F as amended in the backup per today's committee meeting and an emergency clause on 7A.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin?
Yes.
Counselor Hall Harper?
Yes.
Counselor Archie?
Yes.
Counselor Dutton?
Yes.
Counselor Bellis?
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert?
Yes.
Counselor Bengal?
Yes.
Counselor Dr. Wright?
All right. Items 7C through 7F are approved, and 7A with the emergency clause. 8 council items, 8A councilors' announcements and reports on current activity, community events, activities, efforts, and concerns other than announcements and reports. No discussion will ensue. Anybody have any announcements? Counselor Archie?
All good, all good.
Oh, okay. Again, it's the weather. 8B, vote to select an alternate city councilor to serve on the independent review panel for Vision Arts 7 grant applications. Do we have any speakers?
There are no speakers.
Is there a motion or?
I move that Counselor Archie be the designate for the review panel.
Absolutely, yes. Second.
You're cool with that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Just
Great.
let me.
Appreciate it.
thank you. No problem.
All right.
You'll enjoy it.
Please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin.
Should I recuse?
Counselor Hall
Should I
Harper.
recuse?
Yes.
Does
Do I
he need to
recuse?
recuse?
Oh, I'll recuse.
Since he was just nominated, he's leaving, so he's not voting. All right, Lori, who's next?
Okay, Counselor Dutton.
Yes.
Counselor Bellis.
Yes.
Counselor Gilbert.
Yes.
Counselor Bengal.
Yes.
All right, Counselor Archie has been approved to serve on the review panel for Vision Arts 7 grant applications. All right, 7C, request for waiver administrative fees for work completed at 1505 South 145th East Avenue. And we will hear from Wesley Warsham. You here? Okay, come on up. Got 5 minutes.
That's not gonna be long enough for this one.
Okay.
I have 5 acres. I'm zoned agriculture. I have a yard, field, and pasture. And I think if you have it on records as when a gentleman handed me this notice in my backyard, I would like to know the date on that.
Is it? We don't have that
The
information.
date on it is 7/22/25, 8, and compliance date 8/5/25.
So this is for you to present your case to us, not to ask questions. So if there are questions.
Well, I need to know, okay. I was handed this by a gentleman in my backyard. It has junk, trash, and
Debris?
vehicle parking.
Okay.
Okay? Y'all pretty quick with them pictures because there was a truck in my front yard for 2 days. I bathed it one day, moved it the next. Now, the debris was gone when this man handed me this piece of paper because I was going to mow. Got lost.
It's all right.
Anyway, the debris was not there. This trash, I have a wooden deck. Now, I have a large patio table, umbrella, a little, I call it a glider. 2 people can sit in and swing, 2 chairs, 2 little tables, and probably 2 or 3 buckets to put firewood in. This is all sitting in my backyard. This is the trash. So am I supposed to throw this away because it's on my patio? I'm going to treat my deck. Takes about 2 weeks to do that. So this is trash. Now, I got a second notice that, and I think you all have a picture of that because I saw a picture of it. And if you'll notice, the picture is on a picture of my front door. If you'll notice beside it is a note that says, go to back door and ring bell. On my carport, there's a sign that says, deliveries that way. Everybody comes in my driveway can see this sign. Now, they put a second notice on my front door
took a picture of it and took it down. And took it down because it's not there today. This notice here apparently was somewhere in the sun. I'm going to think my front door. And the pile of brush that you sent guys out there to pick up on the 17th of November, the reason I know that's my birthday, they took the big limbs off the top, which was in my pasture, drug them across my backyard. Now I've got to pay somebody to pick up my little limbs again. Anyway, the big pile that they hauled off, the reason it was still there too long, in my opinion, my tractor was broke down. I have forks I put on my tractor. Now I got my tractor fixed about somewhere around the 1st or 5th of November, somewhere in there before, and I got horses, so they're first. I get put hay out to them first. Now my tractor's broke down, so I can't put my forks on it to move the pile of brush. So y'all sent somebody out there to haul this brush off. I didn't know nothing about it. They said that they sent me a letter. I was told you sent me a letter. And then I was told that you put a notice on my front door, which I saw a picture of, but I was down here a few days before that, after that or whatever, talked to a young man that came downtown on who his boss was, and I asked him who took the picture. He didn't know. But anyway, my tractor broke down, the lift on it, so I couldn't move brush. That's the only reason that pile of brush was there, that they pulled out of my pasture and raked across my backyard and left all the little debris on there. I'm going to mow on the 18th, so I don't have to mow again. Now my tractor's broke down. Oh, my tractor broke down, let's see, somewhere around I got a bill, got a guy give me a bid on the tractor on the 21st of.
Mr. Worsham, your time's expired. That doesn't mean you won't be able to come back up here in a moment. Some of the council may have questions for you. So we're going to hear from code enforcement.
Thank you. Yeah, stay close.
Yep, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
I don't know.
Yes, please stay.
Yes.
Do not leave. Yep. We might have some questions for you here in just a little bit, so.
Good evening, councilors.
Good evening.
Brant Pitchford with Code Enforcement. Because the agenda item just was addressing the administrative fee, I don't have a full presentation. I do have a quick timeline for y'all, and Catherine has the photos of the abatement, which shows the limbs and the limbs in the back of a truck. We started with the notice that's on the screen there, 9/22 of 25, for tall grass and weeds, trash, junk, and debris, and inoperable vehicles. We came back on October the 8th, did a second inspection. The violators were still existed. The work order was assigned to the contractor on 10/25. We then had the contractor did the work, as the owner said, on 11/17. We mailed an invoice on 12/2. That invoice was due to the city by 1/1/26 because that lien was not, or that invoice was not paid. It was filed with Tulsa County as a ad valorem tax lien on 1/23. On 3/2/26, the owner filed a request for review, which I reviewed myself. I denied that review because no protocol or ordinance violations were done. Our invoice was for $240 for 8 yards of basically limbs and a $300 admin fee.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Pitchford, anybody have questions? The bill.
Oh, the invoice, yeah.
That one right there?
Yeah. So our original would have been for the $300 and the $240, and then once finance doesn't have it paid, they add the lien filing fee and the collection fees to it, and it goes to Tulsa County. As of tomorrow with Tulsa County, the invoice will be $687.27, and it accrues interest every 30 days.
So does he have to, is it okay, are we into questions? Yeah,
Counselor Lakin and then Counselor Bengal.
sorry. So if he pays tomorrow, if some of this is sunset and some is not, and he pays the remaining balance tomorrow, he's not assessed the
So if
additional interest fees?
If council decides to, let's say, amend the admin fees or withdraw the admin fees, I will call the invoice back to the city of Tulsa. We will re-invoice him for the $240, and that's all he'll owe.
Okay.
And if
I'll
he
let
pays that
Counselor-
within 30 days, then it won't be refiled as a new lien.
I'll let Counselor Bingo go, but I'm for moving along with something similar to what you just described.
Yes, sir.
So my question is for Mr. Worsham. Do you remember when we were, come on up, so you can address the full council. Do you remember when we were having the conversation and you were talking about that you were using your assets for the city?
What now?
Do you remember when we had the conversation when you were talking about using your tractor for the city?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Volunteered at
Can
this-
you explain that?
I ride horses. There's a couple of ladies that take care of the trails at Mohawk Park. They asked me if I knew anybody that had a tractor that could put some gravel in some of the trails on a bank. Yes, ma'am, I do. I can do it myself. I've unloaded 4 truckloads of gravel, moved it around out there. I put my forks on and went out on Trail 8 that they've never got to ride, and a bunch of us got together, and I moved those big logs this big around. If you've ever been out there, you know what I'm talking about. Moved them so we could ride horses through there. So anyway, when my tractor broke down, I didn't have $400. The ladies out there got with the OETRA. They sent her a check to get my tractor fixed. So now I can move my pile of brush and feed my horses hay. But if you drive by my place, everybody tells me, your place looks like a golf course. There just happened to be a pile of brush there in the yard, and I've still got a picture of the tree that it come off of that didn't get moved, but me and John, my friend that helps me, we picked it up because I was going to mow here in a few weeks. And where this guy come from with this, I don't know. And like I said, I was told that I was sent a letter on a second notice, and then I was shown a picture of one on my front door. I don't use my front door at all. Never. I haven't used that front door. Well, I take that back. When she moved out, she tore the door up. So, you know, I don't use, haven't used the front door in 25 years. You don't want to hear the rest of that, do you?
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like I've been accused, sentenced, and hung, and no trial. And I want to know who put the notice on my front door, took a picture, and took it down. If he put it on my front door, it's still there today. I was down here talking to a young man, and he showed me a picture of it. When I got home, I took a picture of my door. My yellow piece of paper on there that says go to the back and ring bell is still there. But his white piece of paper's not. So I want him to say that he put that up there and did not take it down.
I appreciate that, Mr. Ware. That's, I don't think you need to worry about that.
Okay.
Let's just
Well, like I
focus
said, I
on
feel
what
like
we're
I've
to
been,
focus on.
I feel like I've been
Yep.
hung and no trial.
That's why you're here. So
Well,
I
I appreciate you
coming
listening
down.
to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Counselor Dr. Wright.
Thanks. Counselor Bengal, do you have a recommendation to the council?
I would. I know this gentleman, and I feel it would be insult to injury to, he's already going to have to pay the contractor. I would move to waive the administrative fee on this case.
I have a quick question for Mr. Pitchford. So the lien filing fee, does that
Oh.
stay?
Let me talk into the mic. So
Okay.
It'll record, so.
I didn't know she was talking to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Will that stay?
I'm
Because
sorry,
that's
would you repeat? I'm sorry.
the lien filing fee, the $36?
No.
No?
When we pull this back to finance will actually, our department will
Okay.
will rebill it
Okay.
at $240. He'll have a total of 60 days to pay that before we'll file that lien, but we
Yeah.
file it usually around 45 days.
So that's both the collection and the lien fee?
Yeah, it'll go back to the 240, which was,
Okay.
y'all
Okay.
removing the admin fee.
Okay,
So-
I just wanted clarification on
Yes, ma'am.
that, so thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'll second Counselor Bengals' motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Lori, please call the roll. And this is to grant.
This
the
is to waive the administrative
Yeah.
fee.
Yep. Yep, okay. Lori, please call the roll.
Counselor Lakin?
Yes.
Counselor Hall Harper?
Yes.
Counselor Archie?
Yes.
Counselor Dutton?
Yes,
Counselor-
I just have one quick question, I'm sorry.
But you already voted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did, but I just wanted to make sure that he's aware of the 240.
You are aware of that. What?
That you still have to pay the 240.
No,
Yeah, we discussed this.
no. No.
I can't
Okay,
wait.
we're in the middle of a vote. We're in the middle of the vote,
It's
so.
not right.
Okay.
I'll talk to you.
It is not right.
So-
Okay.
Okay,
I still
that's
vote
okay.
yes.
Brat
Who is
brush
the,
out of
who's
my
next?
pasture.
Counselor Bellis?
I drove
Sorry.
it across my yard, made a mess in my yard.
Still
Counselor
yes.
Billis?
Counselor Gilbert?
Yes.
Counselor Bengal?
Yes.
Counselor Dr. Wright?
Yes.
Okay, the motion is approved to grant the waiver, or to do away with the administrative fees, so. All right, item number 9, new business. There are no new items this week. 10, hearing of appeals, no items. 11, no public comments. Item 12, we are adjourned.
Hey Tulsa, we have a crushing recycle play of the day for you. Team Johnson versus paper and cardboard.
They're starting off slow today, probably trying to figure out what to do with those styrofoam plates, since they're not recyclable.
There's the big play we were waiting for. Boom! Completely empty cardboard boxes dunked in the cart. Score big by recycling your cardboard and paper. Learn more at TulsaRecycles.com.